Hi everyone, we're Tony, Sonia and Willow. Now imagine you wake up one day and you just think, you know what, I want a bit of adventure in my life. So you quit your job, you sell everything you own and you buy yourself a narrowboat, which you then live on and travel around the country, even though you've never been on a narrowboat before. I know it sounds crazy, but that's exactly what we did. So if you want to come along for the ride, then tune in and watch. Same ship, different day.
Heartbreak Hill. It's 26 locks and a rise of 250 feet in 7 miles.
It's not a race, people, it's not a race!
You're not putting that in there.
We've been using the rhythm method. Danger, danger!
But it's not. I bet he just comes down and pushes it and it's fine.
One thing you don't want when you've got lots of locks to do is a boat slipping in front of you. So we're just going, no boats have gone through. So right now, as long as the boat doesn't come around that corner,
we're good to go. Good morning from a dampish, misty, oh, there's always that moment where on earth are we? We're in Wheelock and we're heading off today. So today in front of us we have what is well known among the boating community as Heartbreak Hill. It's 26 locks and a rise of 250 feet in 7 miles. But we're going to do it in true Kimberley-Jo style, knowing how Tony doesn't do lots of locks in one go. We're going to stop halfway and break it up. We're going to go today for as long as we feel like it and then find a mooring, either stop for lunch or stop for the night and then finish it off hopefully tomorrow, maybe the next day, who knows. Join us. While we wait for these locks for Tony to empty the lock, interesting fact, some of these locks have been duplicated, so they're like side-by-side locks, and they were put in the 1830s to ease traffic congestion on the canals at that time, and they had paddles between each chamber, so you've got 2 chambers side by side. They had paddles between each chamber so that one could be used as like a water reservoir for the other one, helping with water conservation on the canal. But now they're just, obviously there's no huge amounts of traffic, so you can use either one to go up or down. Some of them are working, some of them that are not, are being repaired or not being repaired, to the state of the finances and the CRT at the moment. But yeah, it's like Hillmore, and it reminds me of the side-by-side locks. But we're going up. I'm not going to do the noise. Cute little log cottage at the first lock of the day today. The Wheelock locks. So this is our first lock of possibly 10, maybe more, but we've definitely got to do 10 today. But they look really cool in the distance. I don't know if you can see them from here. We'll get them as we go a bit closer. But the 2 locks in front of us, they're all close together, which is nice. Tony will do a lot of walking today. Yeah. Happy about that, he is. So the gap in the bridge is where the horses, as they pull the boat in, the rope used to just pass through it. Saved untying the horse. Don't really shut the gate on me. Saved untying the horse.
Right, I'm briefly back on board. 2 locks down.
2 done. The first 8 take us up 79.5 feet.
There you go. Nice little bit of statistics there. Any other stato?
No, I've done some stats, I think.
However,
The whole 26 locks, 7 miles, and 250 feet rise. I say we're not doing it all in one day because otherwise I'd have to put up with him moaning all night.
And all day.
And all day. And
10.
Looking at me with that face, just like...
10's enough, innit? Come on. 10 in a day.
Some people do it all in one day.
I know. Why would you? Why would you? It's not a race, people. It's not a race.
I suppose if you get into a rhythm and you're with somebody, so if you're coming up with someone, that's got to be easier. So you wouldn't want to. We've done that before when we did. Oh, what are they?
Oh, those ones. Oh yeah. Oh,
we did those lots that coming up, and because someone was going in, we weren't going to do them that day. We just went up. I can't remember where it was.
No, begins with a B.
I'm trying to begins with a B.
So just look up everywhere that begins with a B.
Bunbury locks.
Bunbury locks. There we go.
There you go. No, it wasn't Bunbury.
No, it wasn't Bunbury. Begins with a B though.
Begins with a B.
I bet it won't even begin with a B when she remembers it.
Oh, I'm going to cheer him up now. There's a lot around the corner.
Oh, great. Right, briefly back on balls.
Oh, look at that though.
No, I refuse.
Just look at it. Just don't be so obnoxious.
Alright, let's have a look.
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad. Let's just ruin the view. Ruin the view.
Oi, you're so rude today. What's wrong with you?
This is my brief chance. I'm back off again in a second.
It doesn't help. Willow's not adjusted to daylight saving time.
No.
She's back up again at the crack of dawn.
Yep. And Dawn, she ain't happy.
Tony, you're not putting that in there.
Anyway, right, I've got to get off.
So this is what we're saying about one of the locks being out of action. So this one on lock 64, the left-hand chamber is broken. So you just have to wait till you get there to find out. I thought we'd had a bit of luck and the lock was empty, but yep, we're going in. We're going in. Lock 64, third lock of the day. 3 of 10. These are big gates. Just wow. Willow is wearing her new coat. Don't know how impressed she is with it, but it's chilly and it's damp, so we don't want to get in cold. Just coming up to lock number 4, I've just had the signal to go to the left-hand lock on top of the bridge. I'm assuming that's what you're saying, and it looks like it is. So it must be this one. The right-hand lock must not be working either. That's cute. Right, so that is not a lock, it's a weir right next to the lock. So this is a single lock going up. It's just weird. Looks amazing though.
So, something's probably always said, but so this used to be the lock, obviously. They've turned it into a bywash. It was coming flying down, but now we've emptied that lock over there. It slowed right down again. Interestingly though, at the front, they've obviously put like across a steel thing now, but it looks like they had this big bit of wood, looks like the old gates going across, but they've snapped in the middle. So it makes you wonder if someone's lost concentration and driven straight into them or something. But yeah, interesting use of the second lock. What's been a nightmare today though is there's 2 locks. So you think one would be in your favour, one wouldn't. So far, none of them have been in our favour. And on 2 or 3 of them, the second lock was broken and they've just kind of thought, oh, we've still got one, and they've just left it. So they're not really double locks. So those that are in our favour, and the others they've just left.
This is Moorkins Bank, and Moorkins Bank was a wharf fingering community of boatmen, and they were primarily dealing in short haul, makes you laugh, short haul travel of the salt and chemical industry. There you go. Just before.
Right, so we've had what?
Right, so.
We've had we've had 6 locks so far, and there are 2 locks, one next to each other. So I kind of thought, in my naivety, that one would be full, one would be empty. We just go in the empty one, fill it up, carry on going. But no, first 2, both of them full. So we've had to empty one. And since then, there's literally they've only got one open. It's like they've just thought, oh, that one's broken, fine, we've got another one, we'll just leave it. So we're just going through on single locks with the other one being closed at the moment.
Wasted opportunity. Right, off we go, next one.
So we've had quite a nice rhythm going today. We've been using the rhythm method, and we were just going to stop after the next 2 locks, but we're kind of thinking we'll probably do 2 locks, then there's 2 more locks, and then a little bit of a cruise.
At a mile.
Yeah, and it just sets us up. So tomorrow we've got 2 less locks, and we're at the start of the locks as we carry on Heartbreak Hill, which coincidentally was the B-side of my first hit record. Not a lot of people know that. I was just saying, I think there's a motorway near here. So, a motor, the M6, I think, somewhere around here.
These guys are working for CRT, just doing some inspections of the lock, I think. Yeah, look at that field, baby.
So this is where we were going tomorrow.
Right, alright. This is where we were going tomorrow, but we're going to go on couple.
Very lucky. Two workers here coming to fix the lock just in time. They open the gates for us. They're going to close the gates for us. So this has been our easiest lock so far. Sonia gave him a thumbs up and nearly crashed.
Didn't nearly crash at all.
I would have got the panic on here.
And on our 11th lock, we meet a boat coming in the opposite direction, which is always good news. It means that we get to drive straight in. And it might mean that the locks after this are in our favour. Superb.
Horny cow, son. You horny cow.
And then Frisians. We've made the decision to do 2 more locks, so it'll be 14 now, and we're going to hopefully moor up somewhere in Road Heath. There's a shop there and bits and bobs, and we can spend the night. We've met another boat to go. There's so few boats move in. It's so quiet because obviously the season is finishing, even though it's half term for many schools now. Really quiet, but we just met another boat coming down, so we're waiting to go into our penultimate lock number 13 of 14. That took me by surprise. I was waiting for a boat to come out of the lock, but we basically they've helped us by help set this lock while they go down in the other partner lock there. So yeah, so one's going down, we're going up. That's how it should be working. Oh, look at that. Moderation bar. That is so cool. Now that's a house that will be disappointed if nobody knocks for a trick or treat. Happy Halloween, well done. Now this is our last lock of the day, we hope. But how high that water is, as the gate opened, even more water came in. It's really weird.
So we're all moored up, just putting up the covers. Willow's just checking the place out. Oh, she had a dog. So we're just checking the place out. Very nice though. Pub. Can't quite see it, but that chimney belongs to a pub. A couple of shops as well, but we're probably not going to need them today. Today we're just going to chill out for the rest of today. And then tomorrow we're going to finish off Heartbreak Hill. I'll hold it up, you can see over that side, it's quite nice. A little bit for Willow to run around in and play around in. Oh. What is the name of this place, son?
Road Heath.
Road Heath. So this is Road Heath. So we're off and no one's behind us at the moment, so unless anyone pulls out in front of us, which will be very annoying, really annoying, but unless someone does that.
It's 20 past 8.
Is it 20 past 8?
Yeah.
Jesus, didn't even know there was a time 20 past 8.
Nice though, it means we'll get to Kidsgrove by lunchtime,
yeah,
which is really nice. we're approaching lock number 1, and well, it's not lock number 1, but it's the first one today, and it's in our favour. So I think last night the guy that moored up behind us came down late last night, and they're not leaky, so they've remained empty, which is fantastic news. Hopefully the rest of the flight will be in our favour and we can romp this next 2.5 to 3 miles in no time at all. As you come up through the third lock, is it third lock? Probably third lock, I've lost count already, up onto the Cheshire Plains. How beautiful is that? Even like the bridge is so ornate. So this one, just after bridge 137, it's probably the 4th lock maybe, in our favour, weirdly, so that's a bonus. So the 5th lock of the day, the 6th lock is just on the other side of these gates. It's so close. It almost looks like a staircase, but it's not.
Right, so the second lock here, Sonia thinks this one collapsed, which is why it's been left. But it's a bit like, I remember a plane crashed in the Everglades and they never found the plane because nature just kind of buried it. And you can see that's going to happen to this lock in the end. It's just going to disappear as wildlife reclaims it. So this is what happens if you don't maintain a lock. It's like an avalanche of brambles. And the one up there, that's probably the one that collapsed maybe. So that's all like cut off now as well. We'll have a look when we get up there.
So that gate behind me, I just had a go at trying to open it. So Tony was up the next lock, setting it all, getting it all ready. I closed the paddles at the front of this one and then went to open the gate. I don't open the gate. I don't know how some people do it. I bet he just comes down and pushes it and it's fine. Yeah, well I'm pleased about that because I thought for a minute it was me and it isn't me. I think I know what's happened. As the lock above was emptying into the pound, so the lock above emptied into that pound, I shut the paddles while it was emptying, so I think there's been a difference in the level of the water, which is why I couldn't open it. It's not because I'm weak and feeble.
So this is clearly the one that collapsed. You can see the old paddle there, where that paddle was. But as I come down, obviously it's overgrown like anything. But I don't know the story about it. I don't know, did it collapse with a boat in it or anything like that? I don't know. But if I look down there, there's like scaffolding between the two sides of the lock. Danger, danger! So from the other end, it's all chained up. That's not looking too healthy. And just there you can see it all coming away and more of the scaffolding. So yeah, I don't know if anyone was in there, but if they were, geez.
That's it, 6 locks done. I've got a little gap now before the next couple. is slowly becoming more and more orange, and that's because of the iron deposits that get washed down from the hill into the water. So as we're getting closer and closer to Harecastle Tunnel, the water is becoming more and more orange. I don't know how well it's been picked up, but when we get to the tunnel, we'll probably be able to see a bit better. So just here on the left, we've got the Red Bull services. I've seen this a lot actually. It's really familiar because we watch loads of vlogs anyway. But we're not stopping there today because we did everything we needed to do when we were at Wheelock, and we've been cruising pretty much every day since. So yeah, we would normally have stopped there. Unfortunately, from what I've heard, the showers and that are now not functional, which is a real shame because some boaters do rely on that sort of service, and continuous cruisers, their licence fees have gone up by quite a bit, and but we're also seeing lots of services out of action there. You can see it on the board. That's it's a real shame. So yeah, affects quite a few people, that I think. So we're just getting some advice from the lock keeper. He's given us a nice place to moor, apparently, and the tunnel's not open until Wednesday, so we're going to hang around here until Wednesday. We're going to book in. We've got to book 48 hours in advance, and yeah, we're going to be going through Harecastle Tunnel on Wednesday.
Nice, we're all moored up. We were lucky at the last bit. There was a lockie or a CRT worker helped us through, told us where the pubs were, told us where a good place to moor was. So we're all moored up between two locks. And Harecastle, apparently you can go through now because it's winter. It's just literally just started winter, and it's like Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. So Sonia goes back on Monday, so we'll go through on the Wednesday morning through Harecastle Tunnel, which should be good fun. But yeah, just have a look around, very nice. The orange water. But yeah, nice mooring. So we're here for a few days, which is always quite nice. We can just sort of settle down and get a few jobs done and enjoy the surrounding area, because apparently there's 3 really nice pubs just near here. I'm sure we'll find them all. Thank you for watching again. You leave us waiting for our passage through Harecastle Tunnel, a place so ominous that amongst boaters it's known as Harecastle Tunnel. Find out why, same time next week on Friday. But for now, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you all next week.